It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the NFC South. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers, and it comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially as pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the second down and 6. The first carry now. This is Williams. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 44.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 40 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Gano's kick is good, and the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
3rd and 3. Throwing now is Breeze. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 45 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series, they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
It'll be a gain of 5, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it, and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Well, throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Breeze to throw again. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
2nd and 10. Now Breeze. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And there they bring pressure from the inside, and they get home.
Yeah, hard to block everyone, isn't it? And on this play, someone did not get blocked. He's the one who got home.
$3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, it's Breeze. Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down.
A good scheme and an early win for this pass rush. They got back there before he could work through his entire progression and ended that play early.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
2nd and a couple. Off play action. Newton. Looking left side. That's caught by Moore. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
2nd and short. That's a rundown. So it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. In trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they've rallied and made the tackle.
Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Breeze now on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 2. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out and a 5-yard penalty. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Here's Breeze to throw. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Breeze going to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because The entire game, he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Breeze. And that one to the right side and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Newton on 1st down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd down and 4. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he powers his way up past the 30. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 1 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a 1st down.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's McCaffrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And now a fake on the jet sweep, and instead they'll give it to McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
third down. Here's McCaffrey. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 78 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in his first half.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do. This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Newton. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Newton working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let's rock and roll.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Now Newton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
Here's Newton. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead grows to 10-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Well, the Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. On first down, Breeze. They'll get this out to Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Breeze now to throw. This to Graham on the short pass. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
You know what we need, baby. Let's do this, man.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Breeze now. Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Breeze now on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down. Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's Breeze. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, back to you two in just a bit. But first, welcome everyone to downtown Orlando and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And it's pretty evident that this passing game has been frustrated so far. They haven't really moved the ball the way we might have expected, but this is a good pickup here for the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 41 yards for Alvin Kamara. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level.
Well, I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are even at 10 apiece. So that drive, 4 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And now off to the races, down the right side. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. 131 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a first and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now because is he rewarding himself for a great run or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Graham Gano to try the Panther field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Gano's kick is good, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So a response there to the touchdown of the opening drive of this 3rd quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. On the return, here's Rashid Shaheed. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Saints coming out now to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Off to Thomas on the left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Coming left is Kamara. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now, 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on, and remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Newton on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. This is McCaffrey on the give. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Newton. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here comes Michael Thomas and the rest of the Saints offense. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A 10th carry for Kamara. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. Now Breeze. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Man over the middle, and it's complete. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a first down throw for Newton. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. 3rd and 2. Newton now to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Newton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Back to throw, Newton. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Panthers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
Gano the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Kamara trying the right side. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 9. They run it again with Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now Breeze on 3rd down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Now Newton on 1st down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Newton now to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
McCaffrey running up the middle. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well. And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Michael Thomas now heading back onto the field. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
Well, that was definitely a surprise there, handed to the big guy on 1st down. Heck, the first play of the drive. And when you see him get to the 2nd level, as a former safety, I can just tell you, your eyes get really wide because you know you've got a lot to deal with at that point.
Breeze now on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, Breeze. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze.
That one complete downfield to Thomas.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Here's 2nd and 7.
To throw is Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing now is Breeze. And he comes back with one complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back.
What can they draw up now? Time to find out on a 3rd and 8.
Now Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the 1st down.
Newton to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Under 90 seconds to go. Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Newton. And his throw is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Newton. And this is caught. He hits more. And he is going to have a
Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they got to continue to move quickly.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now Newton. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he'll be down at the 46. Well, they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. They come up now on 2nd and 2. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Here's 2nd down. Newton throwing again. And he will find his man on the outside. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And they can only stop it once more. Here's 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
2nd and 6 coming up. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left.
Let's go, boy. Let's go. Come on, man. You're supposed to catch that, baby. That's how we eat. Don't stop that moment.
So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and the Panthers have won the football game. Well, we all just got a heck of a show, partner. This was a close game for a long time. Close at half, close down the stretch. Home team finds a way to get it done, a narrow victory.
Yeah, they finished with a flourish, didn't they? Because there were times where each side looked like they were the better team out there. And the outcome was in doubt for much of this game. Every snap seemingly more important than the previous one. Great effort from the guys visiting. But in the end, how about those guys in their home stadium finding a way to win?
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Panthers are winners here as we say so long from Charlotte.